Warrenton in Virginia, pretty much split Republican-Democrat, a purple town they call it, in a red state. Chris voted Donald Trump, and contrary to most economists, he thinks that tariffs will mean more money in his pocket.
And if we're making more money on tariffs, that means our taxes, American citizens can pay less taxes.
Are still in the dark about what exactly tariffs mean and what it's going to mean for the bottom line. They assume that it's going to affect the countries that are importing to us without realizing that, companies have to pass that along. There's just no other way to do it.
Further down the road in Culpeper, a Trump supporter with views that bit more militant about the US's largest trading partners.
We're shilling out.
If inflation dominated people's economic concerns around the US election, it focused on two issues: the price of eggs and the price of fuel. For all its massive oil reserves, the United States still imports a lot of crude oil, and most of that comes from Canada. That's why President Trump says he'll only impose a 10% tariff on Canadian crude oil, not 25%. But even so, it will likely translate into higher prices at the pump.
Well, in the last few moments, we have been getting more detail about those tariffs. A White House official has said President Trump has signed 3 separate executive orders enacting tariffs on Canada, Mexico and China, one for each country. 25% tariff on Mexican imports, a 25% tariff on Canadian imports, excluding energy products. We know that the US gets a huge amount of oil from Canada. A tariff on energy products is 10%. There'll be a 10% tariff on Chinese imports. Now, interestingly, there's going to be a retaliation clause, as it's called. To quote, there is a retaliation clause so that if any country chooses to retaliate in any way, the signal will be to take further action with respect to likely increased tariffs. So we are getting